Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're gonna introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Pardon me for the late intro there. Sometimes you think you're ready and you're not quite ready. But we're just about good to go. Judgment Day Mike Harper is the first channel that we're looking at today. This is a longtime friend. He's literally been with us for years. And he typically does a lot of movie reviews on his channel. He has another one too. I'll show it to you in a moment. And he's working on 700 subscribers right now. He is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. When we look at shorts on his channel, we see that some of these have really started to move. 1,400, 1,500, even 2,200 on one of these. And then live streams on his channel as well. He does a lot of wrestling talk. So I'm sure he'll have a lot to say in a podcast that will be coming up, or a podcast idea. Here it is, live streams. Obviously, it's been quite a week, as everybody knows. So let's look at Michael W. Harper. And this is a second channel from the same creator. We get a bit of a chance to get to know him more here, and he does a lot of DVD-specific reviews here. He'll be doing a lot of television shows, too. He let us know that the other day. When we look at shorts on this channel, these feature the creator and give us, like I said, a chance to get to know him a little bit, working on 500 views over there. He's almost at 100 subscribers on this second channel, so I hope everybody will connect with him. If you haven't already, we'd like to help him hit that 100. We know it's an important and exciting milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And then Michael W. Harper has done some live streams in the past. We'll see if he's going to bring those back here. He has, we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content as possible as well. And then it is time already. I was going to say to spin the wheel, but not quite. Positive Crash Outs Vlogs just dropped a super chat. They've done that kind of thing several times before. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, so I'll get their channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And we'll do some introductions here. I got a few names on the wheel already. We always put members and moderators on there as soon as we see them in the chat. So I'm just adding I Am Betty J Gathers. And Just Jason Keto and Canadian Family Life are both on there. Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator in the chat as well. And our dear friend Scratch and PPA is away in Italy for a couple of weeks for his second vacation since being a part of the Tuber Chat family. And I know a lot of us are excited, first of all, for him to take it easy, enjoy his time, because he's so unbelievably dedicated, not just here in Tuber Chat, but to everybody, supporting everybody, seeming all hours of the day and night. So we'd love for him to relax and enjoy himself, and we're likely going to see some footage as he brought us last time and expanded the content on his channel. Matt and Mouse is in the house. I can't help myself but say it like that. And then Jane Litterick is also being added to the wheel. Like I said, members and moderators are added right away. But after a little while, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of this stream. Savannah Mills is going to be added as well. And the Bud Files has been with us for probably 5 years by now, and they also seem to be everywhere all the time. They do tons of shout-out videos in amongst their modern day archaeology, if we want to call it that, and history on their channel. I Am Betty J Gathers has been not just a moderator, but a member for almost 4 years, if you can believe that. Low Inspired Living is here, as well as New Horizons Above and Beyond. Kyle's in the house. Chris is here. That might be a brand new channel, and forgive me if I'm mistaken if you've been with us before, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. And A Simple Family Lifestyle is here. Anfield Road Layout in the Loft. Tankside Chronicles is here. Palazzo Place is also with us. And then Bell's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is incredibly supportive throughout the Tuber Chat family. And The Astute Tourist. I was so happy to catch you for the morning cup of joe the other day. I am in the 5 a.m. club now, so I am usually out the door by not too long after 6 a.m. And The Astute Tourist is up. I'm in the Eastern time zone, but they've been doing their show for as long as I can remember. They've been a friend of ours for years as well. And it can't always catch everybody. As long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine, of course. But we do like to catch each other as often as we can. But I was happy to see your show up and running. Anthony J All Day is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. But we do have one special edition for today as well. There's a bit of a story that goes beyond it, so I'll probably tell it twice today. But over the years, there's one creator who has been mentioned more than once, twice that I can think of, as in, hey Kev, when you're going to add another moderator to Tuber Chat, then please consider this person. Not to mention, we have a group among us in Instagram where just the moderators talk in case we need, they need to let me know anything during the Tuber Chat streams, or if we got to talk about something. And of course, we're all friends. But when I went to add this creator into our Instagram group today, it came up suggested. Like, you know how some of the social networks will suggest people when you're about to do an action, and they came up right away. So I hope everybody will join us in welcoming Jesse Miller from Jesse Journals and Unboxes as the newest member of our moderator squad. Long overdue, extremely well deserved. She has been with us for 5 years as well, if you can believe that. And when I talk about her channel and her content, I also talk about the fact that her support for everybody over the last 5 years has increased. And that's a really tough thing to do when you're getting more subscribers and making more friends. We try to support each other as much as we can, but you know, it becomes a lot of people to follow, let's just say. Fairbrick Studios in the house. Good to see you in the house. Anthony J All Day, thank you for keeping that membership going and for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. Anthony J All Day will be the next channel that we look at. Positive Crash Outs Vlogs dropped a super chat earlier as well, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. Then we'll get around to spinning the wheel, and like I said, after a little while I'll start adding names to the wheel. It's based on who's most actively engaged in content or in conversation is what I meant to say in the chat. So that's the hint for everybody. Everybody has a chance to be on the wheel and the screen. We'll get to as many channels as we can in the next 3 hours. So Positive Crash Outs Vlogs. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they have been with us for a couple of months. They post pretty much random content, but they let us know they want to spread good energy, empowering quotes, and literally feel good moments. So I'm always happy to see any creators using their powers for good as opposed to anything else. And they've got a fantastic Friday ride along video here. So I'm going to put this into my catch up list. That's a special playlist with a fun name that I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. And then they've got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 1,300, 1,400 views and even beyond. They got another one here. You see this one that's got 999 views. I hope somebody will go and watch that right now for the minute that it takes and give this creator their fourth video over 1,000 views in their shorts, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel as well. So they were live a couple days ago. They seem to be on 2 or 3 times a week. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these. It's been a month already since I was able to catch you, but again, we got notification bells on for every single channel. It's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then a little more action in the chat right now. I see that Tankside Chronicles dropped a super chat. Thank you for that. You're going to come up right after Anthony J all day. I'm going to get that channel ready to go right now. And I see that Together We Travel is in the house. They're another longtime friend. And I know I say it a million times, but I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still actively engaged in conversation, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then, yes, the ketchup and mustard list. We don't have a mustard list, but the ketchup list was lovingly named by our dear friend Ghostly Wins a long time ago. And we keep that name. It's just fun, but I use that playlist to keep caught up with people. So we call it the ketchup list. And then Timmy, the racing channel, is in the house as well. Cruz Bolero is here with us. And then we're looking at Anthony J all day. So if you want to see a channel where if you enjoy fishing or even watching people while they're fishing, and you want to see a lot of fish caught, this is the channel. I don't think I've seen anybody on YouTube catch more fish than Anthony J all day. So he's definitely got a great system. Just a handful of videos. We'll see what he's got going on for shorts here. Some of these have done incredibly well. Look at this. 66,000, 373,000, 397,000 views. My dear goodness. And live streams on this channel. This is where I catch Anthony occasionally. When was the last time I caught you? Is it already a few months ago? It's hard to believe. I thought I was just there. But this creator's been with us for years as well. And he does a lot of fishing. You can see what I'm talking about here while he's live streaming. So hopefully everybody will connect with Anthony J all day. He's monetized, lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Life with Wanda is in the house. It's good to see you here. And Anthony J all day, thank you again. And Positive Crash Outs Vlogs for those super chats. And then Tankside Chronicles is coming up for the same reason. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I can't remember for the life of me if this is the first time we're looking at this channel. No, of course not. So Tankside Chronicles is here. I'm going to drop their link. Now, usually when people drop super chats, as long as the chatbots are working, a link is dropped. So you'll see it there right after they drop that super chat from Streamlabs. But I'm going to drop the link right now as well. And boy, am I ever typing slow today. Hopefully everybody will connect with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Another channel I'm still getting to know. Vintage Style by Joe. Good to see you in the house. I caught them, I think, earlier today for a live stream, right? It was today, not yesterday, I think. And then Consume the Goodness is in the house. And Tankside Chronicles is well over 500 subscribers. That's an important and exciting milestone in our YouTube journeys as well, so they have to be excited. And they've got a good handful of videos for us to enjoy right now, but they let us know they're a tropical hobbyist, and then they're going to share their journey with us as they continue to learn, literally, about tanks and fish and everything else that comes along with those. 1,100, 1,400 views on a couple of these shorts videos, which is great to see, and then live streams. So they're live frequently as well. I caught them about a month ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one soon. This is right before they got that 500 subscribers, which is really cool. So hopefully everybody will connect with Tankside Chronicles, and I'm always happy to see all these channels we can learn from in the Tuber Chat family as well. Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. They've got one of my favorite taglines for a channel. They bring us travel and cruising content. And then I'm putting them on the wheel right away. Members always get added right away. Tankside Chronicles, thank you again for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I didn't realize right before that Anthony J all day took over the stream boss position under my camera here. That's that video game life meter. Every super chat, membership, and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for their channel. Anthony J all day has held that position before. And then when we look at the chat, I see Galacticness is here. I am Betty J. Gathers, is a beloved and dedicated moderator. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then I am Betty J. Gathers. I mentioned as a moderator, she's one of our longest standing members as well. She dropped a highlighted milestone message in the chat earlier, and it mentioned 42 months of membership. And she actually, we did an interview not too long ago, so I'm going to talk a little bit differently about the channel today. But when you look at this video that I'm kind of circling and rolling over here, it's a live stream that was part of a series. She was challenged by Crystal Sparkle to do about a dozen interviews, and I was a part of that and grateful. But we had a chance to really have a chilled out conversation. We talked for about an hour and a half about our friendship, about our YouTube journeys. I got to tell stories about our moderators. And I am Betty J. Gathers is somebody who actually became a member here on this channel on the first day. After finding us, and it's a really cool idea. I never want to solicit that kind of thing. Memberships and super chats are unnecessary here, appreciated when they happen. But it was interesting because she asked me, I believe, during that interview, how many people have become members on the first day. And I'm like, oh, it's rare. It's happened many times, but it is not common. Let's just say usually somebody's with you for a little while first. Unless I'm assuming that you have, you know, something going on in a particular live stream where somebody's like, oh, I see immediate value here and I'm going to jump right in. So that was really cool. But you get to hear what we think. You know, I talk every day on this channel or every time we stream, but it's wonderful when we can hear from other people about how Superchat has worked for them and the other aspects of their YouTube journeys that I don't get to talk about because I don't get to see. Right? So hopefully everybody will go and check that out. But I am Betty J. Gathers is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She is any second now going to have 3,000 subscribers. And that is a telling marker. It's something I've been saying for years, where anybody that gets 3,000 subscribers organically, I fully expect to get 10,000 if they want to, and even 100,000 eventually if they want to. The only reason that becomes questionable is because life can change, YouTube can change. We don't know what it's going to look like in a few years, and it can take years to get to that level. I'm sure everybody knows what I mean here. But I am Betty J. Gathers is a truly dynamic creator, so much so that in her shorts videos, a lot of the ones that have gotten into 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000 views feature the creator herself. She's done hundreds of shorts videos, literally over a year, day after day in a row. She's got a few newer ones here that are starting to move at 8,000, another one at 13, another one, and then 15,000 on one, which is great to see. And of course monetized, if I didn't already say that. And then she's done a lot of vlogging on her channel. She's basically living her best life over 60, sharing that with us, along with life lessons and the idea of healthy eating, healthy living. Intermittent fasting is a common subject here. And when she does live stream, whether it's with or without a guest, she does a great job of keeping up with the chat as well. And then Arthur Adrian Blyther, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And I know I say it a million times, as long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. And then Cruz Bolero just dropped another super chat in the house, and I really do appreciate that. And I keep saying it, but we put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away. So we'll do that right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel soon. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Tim Mitchell and Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official are both in the house. I can't remember how long ago it was. I feel like it was just a few days ago, but maybe longer than I think. They put out a video, Chef Seavey did, from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official to talk about those two creators together And I'm a true romantic. I'm willing to listen to anybody's story about, you know, their relationships and marriages and how they got together and stuff. I love that stuff. And they put a video out the other day, and it's really interesting because they've literally, like, seeming known each other for decades, which is fantastic. And there's more of a story there when I get to the channels, because Tim Mitchell's producing the videos for 3 of their channels, as a matter of fact. We'll talk about that soon enough. I've already got Tim Mitchell on the wheel. I just added Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. And we're looking at Cruz Bolero here, and this is another creator who's here with us frequently. Lots of travel and cruising content on their channel, and I see they've put up quite a few videos over the last few weeks. I'm just going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, and like I said, playlists are a great tool for keeping or getting caught up with creators. I use playlists all the time, and you hear me talk about them, and then we use them to help each other with watch hours and things like that. We described that a few times during each stream as well. So Cruz Bolero, just a little bit of information on their about section, but they've got live streams as well. So they did these a few months ago. We'll see if they're going to bring back any more, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, and that gives us the best chance of catching each other, whether it's videos or shorts or premieres or live streams and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cruz Bolero. I see them all over the place, supporting people all the time, and seeming to be everywhere all the time, actually, and then here with us for just about every stream. So Cruz Bolero working on 600 subscribers. I'm hoping everybody will connect with them. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. And then Just Jason Keto, who's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member, is also dropping a gifted membership. So we're going to put his channel up right now. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Lou from Two Pineapples is often listening in the background. We talk frequently. We have a great friendship, as I do with Just Jason Keto. As a matter of fact, I've met up with him in real life a few times because this fellow Canadian only lives a couple of hours away from me. Two Pineapples will be happy to have that membership. We might even see them pop in. The thing about gifted memberships is the notifications are so fantastic that if they happen while you're streaming or while you're dropping a premiere, you often see the recipients. Some of them show up while you're still on. So Blez is in the house. Good to see you here. And Tim Mitchell is following up with a handful of gifted memberships as well. Thank you for the extra generous support. He has done that more times than I'd be able to count, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. So we're going to put up his 3 channels between Tim Mitchell and Chef CV in another moment. And Just Jason Keto and More has also done this kind of thing countless times before. Like I said, he's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Even when he's working every day, him and I don't think we do similar jobs, but just in a similar style, the Monday to Friday, 9 to 5-ish kind of thing. But even when he's working, he tries to be there for everyone, and here in the Tuber Chat streams, for which I'm grateful. Always engaging conversation too in the chat, and that's one of the biggest things, because when we talk about what we're doing here, it's not about subscribers. It's very easy to just get subscribers for your channel. There's lots of people doing streams where you can just grab them and this and that, but we're focused on friendships here, because we know that when you become friends with somebody, you will start to favor them, but you will also become favored by them, and they will be there after they've connected to your channel to take interest in your success, your content. You might even make fans out of people for the content that you're creating, or the niche or the category, not even just for yourself. And what I'm talking about is, I can't tell you how many keto channels I now follow, even though I don't follow, like, I don't actively practice keto or anything like that, but I'm always interested to learn and makeup tutorials. I can't tell you how many I've seen. Lego channels, video game channels, homesteading channels, all different sorts that I may not have otherwise been searching out. Now we're all friends, and now I've got all these interesting people to learn from, like Vintage Style by Joe. This morning I said I was in her live stream, and she was doing something different today. She was doing an auction and a fundraiser instead of the typical creating that she does. And I would not have caught that kind of thing if I wasn't already connected with her and didn't already have interest in her channel and things like that. And that goes for all of us, you know, this kind of thing. Lucy Warren's World, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Coker Culture is also here. Angie's Oddities is another longtime friend, I think, as well. I can't remember how long every single channel's been a part of the Tuber Chat family, but I try to recognize some when it comes to mind. Like Just Jason Keto's been with us for years, like I said, and cares deeply about the YouTube journey. Those of us in the Tuber Chat family and his own community as well. And then thank you for the kind words. Consume the goodness. I know a lot of people have like nice things to say in the chat. I don't mean to skip over everything. I see a lot that comes through, but if it doesn't require a response, I tend to move pretty fast. And I still miss tons that goes on in the chat. And hopefully I haven't missed any channels that have come in. I know Deb S. the Pug Mama Quilter is here. Oh, am I mistaken? Angie's Oddities? I thought you'd been here before. Forgive me for that. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We make lots of friendships here. You'll meet lots of other creators. TWP Popcorn was already added to the wheel. I saw them when they came in a little while ago. And then, thank you, yeah, Angie's Oddities. That must be Johnny Small Pepper. He is an unbelievable... He's a truly dynamic creator, and he... does a lot of sharing and promoting for other people, but that is natural and instinctive for him. I do it with intention. Like when we're here in Tuber Chat, of course, the whole purpose of what we're doing here is to promote channels, right? Or at least that's what I'm doing on the screen. But I love it when I go into other people's channels and I see them truly supporting others, because we all understand that it doesn't take away from us to send people to other channels. We can still watch all of each other's content. We have replays, you can make playlists and everything else, and this kind of thing. So it's great to see that, but he's been a friend a long time as well. Mr. Fulton Mraz celebrated a birthday the other day. Good to see you in the house. He's been a friend of 6 years, since before Tuber Chat even existed. Just Jason Keto has a new video coming up, and that is going to be, it's not tonight, is it? Oh, it is, yeah. I forgot about that. I crashed right into him today. I didn't set the streams this week. I had an unbelievable couple of weeks that was unexpected, with many more hours of work than was expected. And I don't like to move the streams after they're set unless I absolutely have to. Things are supposed to calm down and be normal after this. So I've already got my schedule for the next couple of weeks set up. So we try to do Tuber Chat every 3 days, but we missed our schedule this week, so I had to put it today. But he's going to do a premiere, and that's going to pop up in 10 minutes. And I think he said Consume the Goodness has a premiere right after. They do a lot of collaborating, and that kind of thing can be really helpful when we set a live redirect into each other's content and help promote each other. Just goes a long line with what I was saying earlier. You'll find a lot of creators, like all of our moderators here, and many more creators here in the chat, that truly understand when we give much more to others than we expect to receive, we get everything that we want within reason, of course, but it really does happen over the long term. And it's funny because it's easy for me to say that, but if you really think about what I'm saying when I say we give much more than we expect to receive, you really have to be willing to do that. If you want 3 comments on your videos, you have to go leave 10 on other people's videos. If you want 3 thumbs up, you got to go leave 10 on other people's channels. And it's not fair, but life's not fair, right? But after a long time, if you keep doing that kind of thing as much as you can, then what will happen is you will find the support coming back to you so overwhelming you can't even keep up. In this chat, what we've got going on right now is an example. What Just Jason Keto is going to have in about 5 minutes from now when that premiere runs, what Kendra from Consume the Goodness is going to have in her premiere as well, is going to be an example of these kinds of things. So, oh, thank you, Tim Mitchell. Yeah, I had, I shouldn't say I had forgotten that we even did that. Yes, we try to redirect and raid whenever possible. If something's coming up, sometimes I don't know. I try to plan them in advance. Anybody can ask for a raid, and it's basically first come, first serve. We'll do it if we can. Raid is a term that we take from Twitch. It's really called live redirect on YouTube, but nobody uses that. We all say raid. And then it just gives the next person a bit of a head start. So when our stream ends today, maybe we'll go into somebody else's and, you know, a few people will come over. I find anywhere from a third to a half of the people that are left at the end of your stream or premiere usually go over to the next thing. But it's really cool because, you know, we probably all know what it's like to do a premiere or a live stream and have 0 people or 1 people or 2 people show up, and it improves for everybody over time. But I've been there, I promise you, and I know how much it can feel better when you have 5 or 10 people to get things started, or 10 or 20, or God forbid 30 or 40 people and things like that. And then Grow is in the air. Yes, Palazzo Place. And then part of me, even with my glasses on, I can't see a thing. But Heather Hunter J has continued their membership, a silver member too, which means we're going to see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. But they also gifted a membership, which means I'm not only going to, I would have put them on the wheel, but we're actually going to look at their channel next after Tim Mitchell, who also gifted a handful of memberships there. Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen will be happy to have that. If she's still in the house, I'll put her on the wheel right away. 99 Midnight Gamer YT, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And I'm just going to do a poll for a quick second here, and then we'll talk about Jason's content. I'm just curious about something. How did you... I'll show everybody how to do this too, pardon me. Let me pull my window up here. This is how I read the chat. I've just got a window on another screen over there that I keep out of the way. But what we can do is hit this little plus button, and we've got a couple options here, but starting a poll means we can ask a question with up to 4 answers. It doesn't have to be yes or no. So I'm going to say, how did you know about today's stream? It doesn't have to be today, it can be generally, but I'm just curious to know. YouTube notification, Facebook. We have a group where anybody can share their videos, by the way. Twitter, which is X. I keep calling it Twitter. And then Reddit. We have a subreddit where anybody can share their videos, and it's more of a safe place. It's not as like terrible as Reddit can be in places. But those are effective, so I hope everybody will answer that. I'm just curious to know how many people came in today, or in general from notifications, or if you caught the Facebook or Twitter or anything else. Miss Canadian Scrapper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then some of us, it's hard with Superchat because I don't have a schedule here. You have to look at the front page and see when the streams are coming up. I try to do them a few days in advance. Some of us have alarms on our phones. Like Just Jason Keto goes live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So I have an alarm on my phone for his live streams. I know he drops a video every Saturday at noon. Jesse does one on Thursday, or pardon me, on Sundays at 3 o'clock. Pete's on Tuesdays at 12:15. A few creators have schedules that they pretty much stick to, right? So we can do that with each other. And then Michael's Adventures is on every night at 8 p.m. Eastern, unless there's a Tuber Chat stream. Lately, he's been raiding into ours, so thank you again for that. And Michael's Adventures is another beloved and dedicated moderator. Thank you, Tim Mitchell. That's an interesting An interesting notification. Yes, high volume, I imagine. And then Heather Hunter J is coming up. Like I said, Tim Mitchell's coming up in another moment. Forgive me for all I'm missing in the chat. Rachel Loha, good to see you here. Diamond Painting. Yotun, good to see you in the house. Hopefully not mispronouncing that. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I think we've talked about that before. Diamond Painting Yotun. But it's good to see you in the house. And when we look at Just Jason Keto, this is a creator that wants to help us with healthy eating and healthy living, primarily talking about a proper human diet, along with the idea of keto. And he's known for a lot of recipes, including probably 100 chaffle recipes or more by now. And these do really, really well. So he's dropping a premiere right this minute, actually. And then, so there'll be fresh content that I'll be able to watch after. You're free to go and come back. Lots of people do that kind of thing. Thank you. I love. And then, between his recipes, which usually only feature a few ingredients that we have in the house, which is great. They only take a few minutes to make. They're really easy and simple. That's what I love about what he's doing when it comes to recipes. He does product reviews, though, as well, and those can help us understand the ingredients that we're going to find and how they're going to affect us. A lot of products are marketed towards keto. He can help us decipher whether it's going to help. Lots of product reviews when it comes to equipment as well, like the chaffle makers, the barbecue, the air fryer, and then once in a while he'll unbox a GoPro or take us on a outdoor adventure if he's going on a trip or visiting somewhere. Lots of guests on his channel, both in videos and live streams. Kendra from Consume the Goodness has been on there a few times. Just Jason Keto has some shorts here that have really given us a hint about healthy looking or grilling shorts, getting into 5,000, 6,000, 22,000 views on one, and I've seen that one. I promise you it's entertaining. There she is right there. She was on with him on Thursday. Just Jason Keto is now over 6,000, which is great to see, growing fast. And this creator, like I said, has a schedule. He's usually on every other Thursday over the course of the summer, but pretty much every Thursday in general. So we know that. Like I said, I got an alarm on my phone. And Just Jason Keto is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but he's always thinking about the audience as well. So sometimes he'll bring a guest on. Most often it's Jason and his vibrant community to help us with questions and comments in the chat. But he also will mix things up. He did a homestead hangout with a few other YouTube creators a few months ago. And then a cook-along live stream is an idea he's done more than once, even with a multi-cam setup, which is kind of cool. So he's always trying to think of new ideas for the audience. And there's a lot to learn over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto. We're going to move things along right now. I'm going to try to do something a little bit differently. I'm going to try to cut down the breaks, and we'll see how it goes. But instead of playing a clip from our interview series and taking a break after, I think we'll just do one at a time. What I'm talking about with these clips is an interview series that's now available on the Superchat channel. The conversations go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long, where I try to ask the featured creators for their opinion without adding too much of my own, because I really want to hear what they have to say. They've been with us for years. They know exactly what we're going through. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. We've had a friendship that's gone on beyond 3 years now. I think we're actually getting a lot closer to 4. And I appreciate your friendship, Lou, of course. But I remember very clearly, I won't forget this, a conversation that we had. You were talking to me about how to grow over the course of all this time. And you mentioned the idea of coming into live streams in the chat, hanging out and having true conversation with people so that you can really get to know people and get known as well.
Yeah, that was way back. Looking back, what I went from 0 to 1,000 to 4,000 overnight, and the 0 to, I think it was 82, was a completely different crowd than the 3,000 to 4,000 crowd.
Right.
And in the live stream, the people that are in when you're at 4,000 subscribers aren't the people that you started with.
Okay.
And coming into a live stream, especially a live stream like mine, it's important to recognize the situation. There's a very good chance everybody knows that you're going to have a channel. You don't have to tell them. They can click on your name and look it up. There's a pretty good chance that everybody is going to welcome you if you come in with just a hello. For us, it's an aloha, but just a hello. How are things going? I had a double cheeseburger today, and start or jump into a conversation like that, instead of just coming in and self-promoting or telling people another channel that you came from, or instinctively trying to drop a link because you're desperate to grow your channel. You'll grow if there's 3 people in that live stream and you sit with them for 30 minutes and just talk about what you did the last weekend, there's a good chance you're going to get into the conversation that you have a channel, or they're already looking at your channel and will bring it up, and you'll get a subscriber without even trying. Less is more in a live stream. Blasting and marketing yourself in another person's live stream get you nowhere. And my live stream is loaded with moderators and tools. I have a team. I have a Monday meeting. Every Monday, a meeting with all my moderators. I have 11 of them. They all do different things. One is engaged in community safety and preparation. One is involved in making sure my content and links get out. Another one is in safety and security. Another one is just a meet and greeter. Everybody has a role to play. So coming into a live stream like mine, and I'm not the only one, coming into a live stream like mine and just blasting where you're from, as where you came from as another channel, or self-promoting, it won't last. So be friendly. I mean, it's a good spot to just say, hey, I went to the river last week and went fishing. It's a great spot to be able to do that. You'll make more friends that way faster.
Oh, my dear goodness. Thank you, Jesse. Yes. Muted again. I can't tell you how many times I do that. Thank you, everybody. So, and there's a delay, of course. What I'm actually saying and what you're seeing on the screen is almost 30 seconds later than what happens. That's why sometimes you tell me I'm muted and I don't come back right away, but then eventually I get to it. But thank you for that. So Tim Mitchell's up on the screen right now. This creator gifted a handful of memberships right before we went into that break, and he's done that countless times before. Absolutely unnecessary. I certainly appreciate the extra support, and I know the recipients will be happy to have that. We might see some of them come in right now. Tim Mitchell started as the producer of 2 other channels that we were introduced to here, but now is making his own content, and that's increased over the time in the Superchat family for several months now. Working on 300 subscribers. Tim Mitchell typically brings us outdoor content, and shorts have done really well already, getting into 1,000, 1,500 views. Another one at 1,800 over there, and then live streams on the channel as well. So like I said, I'm in the Eastern time zone. I've had trouble lately catching these, but he's usually live from the road, and we see a lot of creators doing this kind of thing where they're giving us drive along streams with dash cam footage. So hopefully it won't be too long before I catch you again, but I got notification bells on. We all do, for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then Leonore Reacts, am I pronouncing that correctly? It's good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Wounds to Wisdom. Wounds to Wisdom, of course. Teresa, good to see you here. And then Oh, Timmy the Racing Channel. Yeah, we have to do something for the members. And since this channel is only live streaming, we don't really do a lot of videos. It's the best idea I've had to try to give them just a little bit of a bonus. The most important thing is knowing that everybody has the chance to be on the wheel or the screen. You know, we have approximately 100 channels on average that will come through a Tuber Chat stream. That includes people who've been here, you know, just about every day and have been with us for years. And it includes brand new channels, because we always see at least a few new channels every single day. But 100 is quite a few, and we can't get to that many on the screen no matter what we do in 3 hours. So we've had to try to figure out some kind of a fair way to be able to get things done. But I know I say this a million times as well, and for some people here it'll be the first time you're hearing it, but the truth is putting channels on the screen like we're doing right now is the least important part of what we're doing. I just do this because we need something to do for 3 hours while everybody's connecting in the chat. But the magic of this channel, the reason it's called Tuber Chat instead of Tuber Guy or Tuber Man or all the other things we could have called it, is because the magic really happens in the chat while you're connecting with other people. Having a channel on the screen, while I wish people would go and connect with Tim Mitchell right now, it's probably not going to be 10 or 20 people all at once. Usually 1 or 2 people will go to a channel because I'm talking about it. Otherwise, the connection comes in the chat as you make friends with people. But we put channels on the screen so that I can learn about them, so that I can talk about them, so I can talk about the things I've learned about the creators, my friendships with them, or the things that I or other people have noticed in the Tuber Chat family, so that you, that means everybody, can decide whether you want to connect with this person based on the things that we've talked about, right? Because not every channel's for everybody. And then that's okay. Timmy the Racing Channel. I always appreciate everything, and I'll always be honest about, you know, what's happening. There's lots of other growth streams out there, right? There's 50 million channels or much more on YouTube now. I don't even know how many there are now. So this is just one. Most people on YouTube are never even going to accidentally come across Tuber Chat. And that goes for all of our channels, unfortunately, when you think about it, right? 50 million channels on YouTube. Wouldn't it be nice to have 50 million subscribers? Even if you did, they wouldn't all be channel owners. So you see how far-reaching YouTube really is. But we focus strictly on channel owners here, obviously. Every subscriber to Tuber Chat, almost everyone, 99.9% of subscribers here have YouTube channels, let's just say. The 20-minute time limit helps with that as well. So we only have a few supporters because we want to give everybody a chance to see whether they want to be a part of this community before coming into the chat and connecting. I had one girl a long time ago come in, and she connected with everybody and did as we do, but then sent me a message after, and she says, oh, I feel terrible because I don't want to do this. I don't want to subscribe to people. I just want subscribers. And I said, okay, well, you know, that's your choice. If you want to do the Beyonce thing, which is, you know, you don't follow anybody on Instagram, but you have millions of followers, that's fine if you can. Good luck to you. We do it differently here, and that's fine. But like I said, it's not absolutely necessary what we do. This is just a place where everybody can connect. While we do it, like I said, I learn about channels, but I share my own experience or the things that we learn together here on the screen. Because I've been on YouTube for 8 years. I've run many channels. I have not built a channel over 100,000 subscribers yet. Whether I will or not, who knows? We'll see. Collectively, I have built over 100,000 subscribers on all the channels together, but it's not the same thing. But we do talk about our experiences and recommendations and things like that as well. Rainy Ridge, good to see you in the house. The handle for Tuber Chat is always Tuber Chat everywhere. Reddit, for our subreddit, on Twitter for our account, on Instagram for our account, and probably in other social networks. Facebook group and page are both, you know, groups would be group/Tuber Chat, and then the page is just Tuber Chat, but it's always the same. Usually when I start a project online, because I've been here from the beginning, like the early days of CompuServe and AOL since 1989 or whatever it was, I I try to have everything universal and change the name if I can't have what I want, right? So you'll find like tuberchat.com. There's nothing there. It's just an email sign up form, but you can sign up for the email list, and then I send an email once every few months when we have a special edition live stream coming up or something. But easy to find. CraftyWitch232 is in the house. Good to see you here. For the life of me, I can't see today, and I don't know what my I don't know what the situation is, even with my glasses on. I might have to zoom into everything the littlest bit here. We'll see how this looks, and I'll change it if I have to. Tim Mitchell, up on the screen right now, like I said, is the producer for 2 other channels, and I mentioned Chef CV, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about with cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. This is one of 2 more channels. So Chef CV is going to bring us into the kitchen. Of course, make delicious looking content. As we can see, they have a glorious wheel of misfortune. This is the video I watched the other day where Chef CV is describing how her and Tim Mitchell met, and it's literally decades ago, and I like it's an online story. I can fully relate to that, so spoiler alert for everybody, but I hope you'll check that out. And then they've got a few new videos, a little series here. So I'm going to take the day 3 video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll help me catch up a little bit. They've got shorts on the channel as well, and more delicious content here. But in the videos that we just passed over, Chef CV is going to not only show us how to make things in the kitchen, but navigate the kitchen as well. Think about the appliances, think about the cookware, the tools we're going to need. And then there's live streams on the channel as well, featuring that glorious wheel of misfortune, which I have seen in live action. So hopefully everybody will connect. We always put notifications on for every single channel, and then the unofficial, official, off-topic squirrel is another channel from Chef CV, complimentary really. Once in a while they might be in the kitchen, but most often this is stories and a chance to get to know the creator. And a few videos here to get started, some shorts as well featuring more random content, one of them into 1,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on this channel also, so they alternate. And then we can catch up with them. They'll usually let us know here in the chat when they're planning another live stream. And Tim Mitchell, again, the producer behind these channels, gifted a handful of memberships. Again, he's done it countless times before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. I know our recipients will be happy to have those. And like I said, we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So Heather Hunter J also gifted a membership, and we're going to put them up on the screen right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Heather Hunter J's making me laugh. You've got mail, so that might be another subscriber to our email list. I really don't hammer that thing too much. I know what it's like when your email's full of nonsense and people are just trying to get from you what they want, right? So again, and it's easy for me to say, but in the spirit of doing as much as we can for other people, knowing we're going to get what we want, I only put emails out once in a while. I haven't even done it for every single special edition. I might punch them up to like once a month, but I'll probably not ever do more than that because it's enough. You know what I mean? The channel's doing fine. There's enough people here. We don't need to hammer everybody as hard as we can. That's how you lose people too. For those of you thinking about either social media accounts or email subscriber lists and things like that, if you hit people too hard, they will just unsubscribe. We all know, we've all done it, right? By now, probably. Butler Family Farm is on the wheel. Forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. Mel Runs Things is in the house. And we'll get them onto the wheel. I'm going to clean up the wheel in a little while as well, so I'll remove a lot of names for people who are not here. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours every time we stream, but I'll always put members and moderators onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, or I'll add them back if I take them off. Up Designs Customs, good to see you in the house, and it's very soon going to be time for me to add a name to the wheel from our chat list too. Again, that has to do with conversation you're having with other people. Heather Hunter J, budget buys, and do-it-yourself videos, budget buys and DIYs. When we look at their About section, they let us know a bit of a schedule and what they're expecting to do. They've got some members-only content, which is cool. Jeffree Star, interesting. That's a celebrity that's been going on for decades now, I think, right? Jeffree Star. Heather Hunter J, I've got that latest video. I'm putting that into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to get caught up with the channel. The smallest bit here. They're monetized and almost at 4,000 subscribers. They're literally going to have it any minute here. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 24,000, 30,000 views, which is great to see on a couple of these. Lots of shorts videos doing very well here. And then live streams on the channel as well. So this is what I talk about. We set notifications for everything we see, like premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. So Heather Hunter J, thank you again for keeping that membership going again, and for dropping a gifted membership as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Pete's on vacation. Mark the Shark. Pete has taken off to Italy for what we know to be the second time in a couple of years. This is a hat that was given to me by Mark the Shark, one of two, actually, a few years ago. I'll keep that on for a few minutes here. I don't wear a lot of hats, but he generously sent this over, and it's gorgeous because it's embroidered. It's like a purplish blue kind of text written on the white hat, so you can tell it really pops, eh? But these are Palazzo Place. You're gonna make me fall out of my chair. But thank you for the positivity. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Bella's Whisper Farmstead, Kristen picked up a gifted membership today, so I'm gonna get them on the wheel right now. And I'm gonna try to speed things up now. I know sometimes I do a lot of talking, but we'll get moving here. So Heather Hunter J, thank you once again. And I think, did I miss Tampa's Creek Homestead and more coming in, maybe? Oh, for the life of me, I can't see a thing. Ooh, my glasses, I don't know.